Okay, so let's talk real quick. I just got done finishing a Sambo healing session at the Hot Girl Retreat, and it was amazing. It was lovely. And after I finish a Sambo healing session, I always talk about what happens afterwards, right? Because there's things that happen to our bodies after healing sound for so long, right? So as you continue to go on, things may happen. You may have uneasiness in your body. You may have aches, pains, things that happen. You may have repressed emotions and repressed memories that come up afterwards, right? Like the whole week afterwards, I tell people to do more self-care than not. That is what I say. That is my statement. More self-care than not. So what does that mean? You're doing more journaling. You're doing more self-care. You're doing more sitting by myself and going within. You're doing more alignment with God or your higher power. You're doing more bubble baths. You're doing more in nature, sitting in nature, getting grounded. You're doing more of that, right? As you are finished with one of my Sambo healing sessions, right? And so then I leave a question and answer session at the end, just in case people have questions. Of course, people had questions. A bunch of people have questions. And I had one lady pull me to the side and ask me a very personal question. And the question goes like this. When you are on your healing journey, are you able to do that in a relationship? Now, y'all know me. Y'all know my personal journey. I've shared it with the public about what I have done in my healing journey and what has happened in my healing journey. And I instantly felt what she felt because I had been in that same place in my marriage years ago, right? And it's not so much, the question is not so much, can I do that in a relationship? The question is, can I work on my healing journey while my significant other stays stagnant? That is the question. That's the in between the lines, right? We're reading in between the lines. It's, can I work on my healing journey and stay with somebody who is not willing to do their healing as well? Will that work out? Will that even come to a place where it will be successful? It'll be positive. It'll be good for me. Which I think I said. The answer is yes, but will you want to? After you have done your personal work, your healing work, what happens inside of you that shows up on the outside of you is an amazing change. You change from the inside out. I mean, to the point where your body may change. You may lose tons of weight. You may feel like you want to show up a different way. You may change your hair. You may change your style. You may change everything about you because you're healing and you now feel better, right? You've gotten rid of all that gunk. You feel better. You feel like you want to show up a different way. And when that change happens, personally, I know that can create jealousy in a relationship. It can create some negative feelings like, oh, well, why is she doing that? She didn't do that before. What's up with that? Why is she doing her hair that way? Why she want to put makeup on? Why is she trying to get dressed? Why is she wearing heels? I know personally from my marriage that you will feel that bit of jealousy and you will feel that energy and it will be negative. And it'll be at a place where it will continue on until eventually you guys end up being done anyways. So my advice was to take notice, ask the questions that need to be asked. If somebody is willing to work with you, God, work with them, If somebody is willing to do their own personal healing work because they know that without doing that personal healing work, you are no longer going to be compatible. You guys are not going to be able to make it moving forth because you're going to be in such a higher caliber when you do your healing work. And that's just what it is. But trust that God will bring somebody that is on your wavelength. Always. You always attract exactly what it is that you have going on. So when you start to go higher, if your partner doesn't want to work on themselves and go higher with you, it's going to be a natural cutoff. You're going to be so high up and feeling so good and he's going to be so low and it's just going to be a mess. I promise you, I know how this thing goes more than once. Take it from me. Have the conversation. If they are not willing to do the work, baby, peace. Love you. Gotta go. But that's just the reality.